Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So for today, we will only be talking about Temporal Tower 40 and above. We will not be talking about anything below that because I think everything else seemed to be a little bit easy. Maybe the only thing up for debate is probably 35 with the height. Oh, not even 35, it was 30, right? It was 30 with the height. I think this is probably something that we might even consider talking about, but in most cases, everything 35 and below is relatively easy and I don't think a lot of you guys have issues with them. So let's take a look at 40, and this is going to be more S. So based on my calculations, which I am not sure whether is it exactly correct, but Unas here has 315 speed. So if you're going to try to outspeed this team, it is possible, but you will need somewhere at least 290 speed on whoever your Esper is. So for example, if you have an Unas, you will need at least 290 speed as long as you have a Tia in the mix. Or if you're using a Longmian, then you will need to have at least 295 speed, which is somewhere around like plus 190. However, recently I polled you guys and about 80% of you guys will not have the required speed to beat this by outspeeding it. So for today's video, we're not going to take a look at how we can outspeed this team. We're going to take a look at how we can survive this team and then beat it afterwards. Okay, before you start screaming, this is not a team that I'm recommending to you guys. This is just a team that you can absolutely auto through this entire Temporal Tower level 40. But for the sake of our video, we're going to go with something a little bit more free-to-play friendly. Okay, we're going to do something like this. We're going to have a Longmian, we're going to have a KFC, double healers, and then a Tricky. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, Tricky, he's cheating and he's hacking, right? But the thing is, I do not have any other buff strippers. Anyway, he is going to be my buff stripper, and I'm using Hengria even though the enemy has a Tricky in the boss wave. And the reason is because I need to just one-shot get rid of all the debuffs at once and then try to get rid of their Tricky so that we can sustain ourselves a little bit better afterwards. So it might be essential to have double healers, and I like to use Essenat for this case because of the AP pushing. And just generically AP pushing everywhere, right? So we have Longmian here, we have the KFC AP pushing as well. So that's really nice. And for wave 1, I'm not sure whether I said this already, but the Nama is the biggest threat. So we just need to make sure that we get rid of the Nama, and then I think everything else should be okay. Just need to make sure that Nama goes first and then followed by the 2 Dahlias, and that's about it. Now wave 2 is going to be super easy as well. You just need to make sure that we get the Lin Xiao down and out, and that's about it. Even the 2 Xiaoyins, they are not even that big of a problem. Their damage is like so subpar. That amount of damage was like nothing, right? Considering that my Essenat had a defense break as well. So just prioritize the Lin Xiao, all is okay. Alright, so in the boss wave, we need to be a little bit more careful. Honestly, my Hengria should be a little bit faster so that she's not all the way at the all the way at the back. Yeah, it's kind of a mistake to make her so slow, because she needs to probably take the first or second turn to just get rid of all of these debuffs. But that's fine. I think that's fine. Ouch, man. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we cannot use our second skill because we have the buff blocks everywhere. And we have the heal blocks as well anyway, so we're just gonna go with our Lotus Steps. Get rid of all the buffs. Okay, we got rid of some of the essential buffs. Let's land some freezers here. But take note that when their Unas takes a turn, right, they are still going to be immune again, which sucks. So what we're going to do is take out the Tricky ASAP. Just get him out of the way so that, you know, our Hengria can start healing proper again because of this. But now we can continue our healing process. So just get rid of the Tricky ASAP. And then afterwards, it's pretty much like autoable content, I think. I think the Tricky is probably the main problem here, because what you realize is that as soon as we get rid of the Tricky, things start to get a lot simpler for us in terms of like healing, damage, everything. And I just noticed that I should have probably landed a slow debuff on the Unas here. Okay, drop the slow. Nice. Get the kill here, and we are in the clear. Alright, that's it. Yep, that's about it. So now we can just heal in peace. Get a freeze. Nice. Alright, I think everything else can just be auto from here. So the Tricky is the main problem. I've done this quite a few times, to be honest. I've tried several teams, some didn't work, some full auto, right? Like I talked about earlier, full auto. But I think probably like the main thing is just getting rid of the Tricky and just using a cleanser, because the Zoras do require you to bring some very powerful cleansers. Clara doesn't really quite make the cut because she is not able to heal past a heal block. She can get rid of the heal block, but she's not going to heal you through the heal block. Hengria, on the other hand, cleanses all of your debuffs before doing the heal. So that's why Hengria is so powerful in this situation here. As you can see, Hengria did do a lot of healing for us. So that's about it. This secondary Essenat healer here, well, like I said, she's here for 2 reasons, right? One is the AP pushing, and the other is to have a little bit more backup healing because our Hengria is probably going to be out of commission for the most part. Alright, I think from here on we can just go straight for the Unas, I think. The Gabriel is probably not going to be too much of a problem for us. We might actually lose our Essenat here. Or not. Lol. By the way, this is going to look a bit weird to you guys, but from where I come from, we drink coffee in a plastic bag with a straw. Tastes amazing, man. Not the turtle who's gonna eat this straw afterwards. And that's it. Let's see some harem on the screen. Alright, Legendary Abilimon, very nice. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna show you my relics and then we can call it quits from here on. So here are the stats of Lomian, here are the stats of KFC, here are the stats of Esanath, here are the stats of Hengyue, who needs to be faster. She is super slow, right? Okay, I mean, she's not super slow per se, but in terms of the speed of everyone else, she definitely needs to be like maybe another 20 to 30 more speed. And then here is Tricky, who is the fastest on the team for good reason. He needs to cleanse, or he needs to strip all the buffs at the start. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been very free to play, and so I will see you in the next video.